A group of little demons were carrying a palanquin, but a puddle blocked their way. Kind-hearted Natsum placed a wooden plank over it, creating a wooden path so the little demons could cross safely. What Natsum didn't realize was, inside the palanquin was Kagetsuchi, the fire god. He was originally the son of the creator god, but because he had a fire spirit, he accidentally burned his mother to death at birth. His father, filled with grief and rage, killed the newborn with the 10-fist sword. Kagetsuchi's body transformed into many gods, leaving only a skull behind in the human world. The puddle in front of them was the final trial for his resurrection. Even such a small puddle was extremely dangerous for the fire god, but there was no way around it. In this desperate situation, kind Natsum laid down the wooden plank. According to the 5 elements, wood nourishes fire, so Kagetsuchi not only crossed safely, but became even stronger. At that moment, the palanquin's curtains were blown open, and a skull slipped out. Natsum was terrified, but it was intentional. Kagetsuchi wanted to see the face of the one who saved him. On his way home, he met another exorcist, Natori. Natori invited him to spend the weekend at a hot spring inn. Natsum almost declined, but Natori said only he could see spirits like him. Hearing that, Natsum fell silent. Being able to see spirits had made him an outcast since childhood, and the only person who truly understood him was Natori. So he agreed, and set off for a 2-day, 1-night hot spring trip. At this point, Natsum still didn't know that Natori's invitation had another purpose. The inn was full of hidden dangers. As soon as he entered his room, Natsum felt like he was being watched. Sounds came from the closet, but before he could investigate, Natori invited him to the hot spring. Nothing unusual happened during the bath, so Natsum assumed he had imagined it. On the way back to the room, he suddenly saw a headless female spirit hanging from the beam. When he looked again, she was gone. Not wanting to disturb anyone's vacation, Natsum said it must have been his imagination, but Natori still checked the room. And back inside, Natsum heard noises from the closet again. When he opened it, he found a jar inside, which seemed to seal something, though the seal was already broken. The cat teacher suddenly said the jar could hold the head of the headless spirit. Natsum's hair stood on end. He quickly closed the closet, praying nothing would happen. Late that night, he was awakened by a chilling presence. He sensed that the jar had opened. Natori stepped forward and opened the closet, and indeed, the lid had fallen to the ground, allowing whatever was inside to escape. They split up to investigate. As Natsum reached downstairs, he encountered the red-robed female spirit. She pleaded, saying she had never harmed anyone. She had always lived there, but the inn owner found her a nuisance, and had sealed her in the jar. She had once been in Natsum's friend Ledger, and if he could return her name, she promised to retreat deep into the mountains, and stay away from humans. Natsum apologized sincerely, and immediately cast the spell to return her name, but the female spirit suddenly changed her attitude. At a critical moment, Natori blocked Natsum from an attack, and led him to a room at the end of the corridor, where a pre-prepared barrier awaited. It turned out Natori hadn't come to the inn just for a vacation. His goal was to capture the female spirit. Natsum didn't care about Natori's deception, since he had also kept the friend Ledger a secret. They decided to lure the female spirit into the room, and use the barrier to subdue her, but she was far stronger than they had imagined. Soon after being restrained, she broke free from the spell, and lunged straight at them. Seeing this, Natori quickly blocked Natsum. At that moment, a huge flaming hand appeared. Kagetsuchi, the fire god. He effortlessly took the spirit away. Only then did Natsum realize the powerful being he had rescued on a whim.